Welcome to Retro Games Quest. My name's James. Now, if you listened to the podcast the other day, I've been looking at Wii games and the more obscure titles which are on the cheap at the moment. Now, one of the titles I picked up is Red Steel 2. Now, if you didn't play the first one, well good, it was quite bad actually. In the second one, they improved the gameplay significantly, the storyline, the way the physics work, and with the Wii remote, the new updated one, it works so much better. Everything you do is so precise, unlike the first one where you just pretty much swaying the remote and it's doing nothing. You got Dead Space Extraction. Now this one is actually an on-rail shooter, which is a lot different to the main Dead Space games, which you might find on the PlayStation or the Xbox. Now this one, pretty much you let the game take place. There's a great story for the which you don't really see in on-rail shooters. Graphics are okay, but it's great fun to point your Wii remote and shoot away. Highly suggest picking this one up. Next one is Mad World. Now this one's an awesome story beat 'em up. Now the whole game is pretty much, as you can see on the cover, it's black, white, and you'll see a lot of red in the game. You are killing a lot of people. Now the next one is make sure I get this right, is Tatsunoko vs Capcom. Now this is a pretty much classic Street Fighter type game with the Capcom characters, and also it's pretty much, Tatsunoko is a Japanese animation company actually, which you might not know of, but they do create a fair bit of animation over in Japan. I was over there recently as well. The gameplay is fast and smooth, so if you like fighter games, then this is one to pick up, and this is an exclusive to the Wii. Next one is Ghost Squad. Now this is an on-rail shooter as well. Now if you like games like Time Crisis in the arcades, this is pretty much just like that, but something that you can play at home. Now they haven't done something like this in a while, which is quite cool. Thanks Sega for bringing this one out. It is quite fun. Now next one is Tenchu Shadow Assassins. Now I've been a fan of Tenchu ever since the original PlayStation. Now quite fun stealthy games. The first one was the best. They released, I believe, another one on the PlayStation 1 plus one on the PlayStation 2, but I don't think they released any after that. But the first one was by far the best. Now actually on this one, the team that created the first one is back to do this one, and it's quite good. Now I've played a fair few of the Prince of Persia series. Now fun game. I've got the original one on the Super Nintendo, and actually on this copy it actually includes the original Prince of Persia. Now fun games, I highly suggest it if you haven't played it. I do like Sands of Time though, but there are a few glitches now and then in pretty much all these series, but nevertheless fun game. If you haven't played Prince of Persia, try it out. Next one is Zack and Wiki here. Now Zack and Wiki Quest for Barabos's Treasure. Looks a bit silly, but it's actually a very fun game. It's a puzzle game. Now in this one, pretty much it didn't get a good look on release due to its name. Don't know why, but playing through it was actually quite fun. Made me think. It's a click and point puzzle, but yeah, gets you thinking. Next one is Guilty Gear XX Core on the Wii, which is a fighting game. It's great, fast paced as well. Now, I've been a big fan of my fighting games since Street Fighter 2 and Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo, so this was a no-brainer when I saw it. One of my mates who is on the podcast actually gave me Guilty Gear on the PSP. I've actually got it in the console. I haven't played it yet. Don't tell him. Yeah, another one is Epic Mickey. Now this is pretty much has a fantastic story. You can get this quite cheap now. There is an Epic Mickey 2, and that is also on the Wii and on the Wii U. But pretty much in the game, you've got two options: producing color to get rid of stuff, paint thinner. It's a great story, great animation. If you love Disney, you will love this. Camera angles can be a bit fuddly at times, but if you've played classic games and you're used to the old camera system on the Nintendo 64, sometimes when it pans around, you'll be fine. Another one I picked up is Big Bash Party Boom Blocks. Now this one is actually produced by Steven Spielberg. It's a great little fun puzzle game, quite cheap at the moment. You got Cursed Mountain, which is pretty much a survival horror game. Not as good as Resident Evil 4 by any means, but still quite fun to play. Now, a game I used to love on the Game Boy is Wario Land. The series pretty much. All good. Now, they actually brought one out on the Wii. Now, this one's Wario Land, the Shake Dimension. It is a 2D platform game. It's gone back to its roots, but with a little bit of the Wii controller intuition, I would say. And we have the Blob here. Pretty much go around the town colouring anything. It's quite fun. Kids will love this game too, but I also loved it myself. Last one is another survival horror game, which is Obscure 2. Now, it's quite fun. It came out on the PSP, I believe, and the PlayStation 3. But you've also got the option, I like the fact that the Wii Remote, and you can use it as a light gun as well, without the CRT TV. Yeah, so that wraps it up. They are the pickups for the last couple of weeks. As I said, trying to collect as many obscure Wii games as possible. Trying to expand my Wii library. It is growing. I've got a few rare titles, but I like these ones because they're like $12. Alright, enjoy, and we'll see you next week.